Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this next day, we proudly present our research entitled The Influence of Human Resource Competence on Fraud Prevention with Internal Control System as Moderating Variable in Yogyakarta City Government. The author of this research are Miss Dewi, Miss Miss Helen, and Miss Surjo. We are from Accounting Study Program, Faculty of Economics, Sarjana Wiyata Tamasiswa University, Yogyakarta.
Thank you, Ms. Dewi. And we going to introduction for my research. The next slide. Okay, introduction for my research. During the period of 2004 until 2003, the National Anti-Corruption and Reduction or KPK often uncovers corruption in the form of bribery, gratification, and procurement of goods or services. The most corruption cases were found in district or city governments as there are 601 cases total, which there were 464 cases in ministry or institution and 196 cases in the professional governments. According to Indonesia Corruption Watch or EJW monitoring, there is also that there has been an increase in corruption cases since 2090 until 2023, result in potential state financial losses in 2022 amount to 42.7 trillion, then decreasing in 2023 amount to 29.4 trillion. This is due to poor management of state finance, the government's lack of effort to increase transparency and accountability so that corruption and the regional environment can be prevented. Based on phenomenon, we conducted research on fraud prevention because we saw that fraud often occurred in various government agencies. Fraudulent acts such as a misuse of asset or power, which can result in quite large losses. The next slide. After all phenomena that occur about corruption, referring to various research results in the past which show inconsistencies in fraud prevention, it's suspect that there are other factors and influences. Other influences factor can strengthen or weaken the relationship. One of which is internal control system that is implemented with compliance by all members of the organization, especially in the supervises process, will reduce the potential for fraud. Apart from acting as an independent variable, the internal control system is also thought to act as a moderation variable. Therefore, what is new? It is research is adding in the internal control system as a moderation variable. And the next we have problem statement and research purposes. Problem statement first, does human resource competency have a positive influence on fraud prevention? And the second, does the internal control system moderate the positive influence of human resource competence on fraud prevention? Research purposes, First, to determine the positive influence of human resource competence on fraud prevention, and the second, to find out whether the internal control system moderate positive influence of human resource competence on fraud prevention.
Thank you, Ms. The next we're going to research contribution. This research can be useful for the government to prepare and identify the competency needed for more effective internal control and direct human resource development efforts more strategically. And the second, the results of this research provide evidence upgrading the internal control system for preventing fraud and can increase the reader's knowledge about fraud prevention efforts. The next, we have expectancy theory. For this research, we use bureaucratic reform theory. The theory of bureaucratic reform can also be applied in the government's internal control system. For example, decision-making supervision make the system efficient and effective as a public servant. According to Akio to 2019, bureaucratic reform is a comprehensive and systematic improvement, change or agreement of many things, especially those related to the state's organization and government system of developing countries. Improvement of a system and organization to realize good governance effectively and efficiently, so that is the free from fraudulent actions. In addition, the implementation of bureaucratic reform is a step to develop professional civil servants of research, have the ability and knowledge to support the progress of government development to be better. Now, we have two hypotheses. The first, the influence of human resource competence on fraud prevention. Human resource competency can influence fraud prevention because human resource competency refers to a person's knowledge, abilities, and skills that can be used to provide reliable and professional service. Based on the theory of bureaucratic reform, the aim is to create good, transparent, accountable, and free governance from corrupt practice, as well as a productive and high-performing state apparatus. One area of change in bureaucratic reform is the research of the state civil service. The success of implementing the main task and function of government as a whole is of course also influenced by the quality of human resource. Therefore, bureaucratic reform is direct of creating a clean, responsible, and professional apparatus. The second, the effect of internal control system moderating human resource competence on fraud prevention. The internal control system also creates a strong control environment, which can help build a transparent and accountable organization culture so that fraud does not occur. This can motivate civil servants to act in accordance with high ethical and professional standards. Based on the theory of bureaucratic reform, the government internal control system is a guideline for implementing the state financial reform package towards good governance. The theory of bureaucratic reform can be embedded in the government internal control system, for example, in decision-making, supervision, efficient and effective planning, and carrying out governments. Now, we're going to research framework. The first direction for this framework is that the relationship between human resource competence on fraud prevention has a positive effect. And secondly, the internal control system moderates the positive influence of the relationship between human resource competence and fraud prevention.
Okay, thank you, Helen. Next, we have methods. Sorry, this one, yes. On this very research, we are using the quantitative research, which is using primary data through questionnaires. The type of research used is causality, which aims to determine the connection between independent and moderating variable and shows direction of the independent variable. Dependent variable and moderating variable. The sampling method to pick the respondent are random sampling. Every civil servant at Yogyakarta City Government is to be selected as population. The data collecting technique used to obtain the data required in this research is by distributing questionnaires to civil servant who works at Yogyakarta City Government. Both hypotheses, first and second, were analyzed using moderated regression analysis, or MRA in short. Next, we have the result. On the left-hand side, we have the validity test for the respondent. Based on the pilot test to test the effectiveness of each questionnaire instrument, the result obtained were the all questionnaire question instrument for the three variable were declared valid because the significance value of obtained was greater than 0.005, or the calculated R value is more than R table. And it is also declared reliable because all variables from this research have a Cronbach alpha coefficient value of more than 0.70. And on the right-hand side, we have the hypothesis test result. The result of the first hypothesis test showed that the regression coefficient value for the HR competency, or human resource competency variable, shows 0.342, with a significant value of 0.000, which is less than 0.05. That shows that human resource competency has a positive effect on fraud prevention. However, based on the result of statistical tests, it shows that the internal control system unable to influence or moderate the human resource competence in preventing fraud. Okay, as you can see here, we have the table for the testing result. On the left-hand side, we have the validity test. We have the standard coefficient of 0.643 and significance of 0.00. Yes, so it is safe to say that it is accepted to make it valid and reliable. And on the right-hand side, we have the result of moderate regression analysis test, or MRA. So on the bottom right corner, you can see the interaction is 0.126, which is less than 0.05. So that makes the internal control system is unable to moderate human resource competency towards fraud prevention. It fails. Next up, we have discussing the fate of this research. As first, human resource on fraud prevention. The study has proven that there is a strong connection between human resource competence and fraud prevention. The civil servant at the Jakarta City Government has the abilities and characteristics in the form of knowledge, skills, and behavioral attitudes in carrying out their duties effectively and efficiently, according to Puspita 2021. The better the quality of the civil servant, the more it will increase the effort of fraud prevention. Second, we have internal control system moderates the positive influence of HR competence on fraud prevention. This research showed that the existence of internal control system unable to moderate human resource competence in effort to prevent fraud. Yeah, but if we increase the standard of internal control system could establish procedure, supervision, and control, which can help human resource in carrying out their duties in accordance with the standards and policies set by the agency, so that fraud is likely to occur in the future. Okay, next up, conclusion. We have three parts here. First is summary. The respondent in this research were state civil servant in the Yogyakarta City Government with a total of 85 respondents. Based on the data that we have analyzed using moderated regression analysis, or MRA, It shows that the existence of human resource competence can have positive effect on fraud prevention, while the internal control system is unable to moderate human resource competence in preventing fraud. Do you get it? Wave 3? Yes. The Yogyakarta City government is advised to maintain quality and continue to develop supervision of internal control in operational activities and provide penalties that impact accident perpetrator. Second, the government should continue to make efforts to prevent fraud, such as carrying out regular checks on every job they do. This can reduce the risk of fraud from happening in the future. Third, further research can examine the antecedent and consequences of preventing the situation so that it is hoped that it can overcome the high level of corruption in government sector in this agency or on a wider scale in Indonesia. And of course, last but not least, we have limitation. The limitation of this research and that the research sample is limited to civil servant in Yogyakarta City, so the result cannot be generalized to agencies in other areas. And data collection in this research only comes from distributed questionnaires without an interview model. So we have the general stuff, but we are lacking in specific detail which can contribute more to this research. Okay. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your time. And I'll see you next time. Salam dan bahagia.